There are people within the gaming industry who say there's no problems with the way that titles are being made and that we are just being overly sensitive because we criticize every little thing that happens in video games now. And yes, we do criticize the products that we are expected to spend money on. And while they constantly try to convince us that there isn't some woke problem in the industry, we're seeing more developers be called out on their BS because now the Dead by Daylight devs are allegedly forcing employees to undergo a Wheel of Privilege DEI training program, which proves that we are right. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. They constantly try to convince us, oh no, we're not telling people what to think and how to think, and we're not firing people in the industry for not believing in our politics, but this begs to differ because now we're hearing that the Dead by Daylight developer Behavior Interactive is allegedly forcing its employees to undergo a Wheel of Privilege DEI training program. My God, it really only gets worse and worse as time goes on. You would think at this point companies would really start understanding that DEI at the corporate level is not a good decision. We've seen several companies over even just the past couple of weeks back out of these initiatives that they had. And when it comes to the gaming industry, they just keep on going. People ask me if I think we're going to see a shift, and I do think we will, but it's going to be a long time. The video game development cycle is very long and very drawn out. Look at something like Valgard. It was in development for 9 years, almost a full decade. That's insane. The Knights of the Old Republic remake was announced in 2021. We heard that they had already been working on it for 2 years. And we have not even seen a full gameplay trailer yet. Look at things like GTA 6 and Elder Scrolls 6. So it is going to take a long time for the woke wave to go away. I don't think that we are going to really see woke die in the gaming industry until like 2028, because look at something like Star Wars Eclipse, for example. That was announced in also 2021. They had been working on it for a while already, and they said it would release sometime in 2028. So maybe after that, we will see a major shift. But for now, these companies are already committed to their projects. They have games that are lined up, ideas that are lined up. The ones that are in development for sure are not changing. And then you see companies doubling and tripling down with things like a Wheel of Privilege, which is insane. Libs of TikTok had posted this behavior. A large video game company in Montreal, Canada, made employees undergo DEI training, which includes a Wheel of Privilege teaching that Black people and fat people are oppressed. We are living in the worst timeline. This is truly clown world behavior. First of all, it's not shocking that it's Canada. Look at all of these narrative consultation companies that are sanitizing products and telling developers what they should or should not put in their titles. And then you see something like a Wheel of Privilege and a Wheel of Power, and you just have to ask yourself, is this really what they should be worried about? Because in my opinion, no, they should be worried about making video games, making entertainment, making products that are going to sell. We have seen game after game after game preach to the player and them be massive failures. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Concord, Dustborn, Dragon Age, The Veilguard. That is just this year alone. Oh, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, shitting on an amazing franchise's legacy. That's just 2024. Never mind over the past couple of years. They talk about how there's body sizes, housing, wealth, language, gender, citizenship, skin color, formal education, ability, sexuality, neurodiversity, and mental health. Clown world, clown world, clown world. But following this report, Smash JT had shared, Behavior felt like it was a good idea to go down this road, hiring Sylvia Duckworth, a deep-rooted race-baiting grifter, to cash in on the DEI money. Sylvia, is everything wrong with entertainment in the modern era? We are seeing people that do not care about the industry be hired and be given positions of power over people that are genuinely passionate, which is what is the problem, as we can see right now. You need to be hiring gamers to make games for other gamers. It's just that simple. I get at the very top of the food chain, there needs to be like one or two people who are just good with money. It's not like they only care about video games. But when we are talking about companies having 75% of their positions of power just be suits and individuals like this who are race baiting grifters, it's not going to ever be a financial win for these companies because we are talking about people who are greenlighting projects and greenlighting these initiatives that will not propel them forward. And he even continued that Sylvia, a white woman, has a very long Instagram filled to the brim with race grifting and propaganda pushing. Here's a sample of some of her posts. And if she was genuinely passionate about these things, it wouldn't be a problem. But we can tell that it's just virtue signaling at the corporate level. It's sad that this is the norm. And of course, while we are seeing this happen, it's not particularly shocking to see DEI initiatives from companies. I've been talking quite a bit about Avowed over the past few weeks, but it leads back to the conversation of Xbox Game Studios' parent company, Microsoft, making it abundantly clear it wants to normalize gender ideology through video games. The company released its Gaming for Everyone product inclusion framework earlier this year, where it instructs developers to answer a set of questions like, what steps have you taken to ensure characters are represented respectfully and authentically? Are you reinforcing any negative gender stereotypes? Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers? Are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their tasks? No chainmail bikini for you. Do they have exaggerated body proportions? When the story allows, do you show male characters who display a full range of emotions, including joy, sadness, and vulnerability? I mean, oh my god, they're just holding their hand telling them what propaganda to shove into their games. What makes it so mind-blowing is that there are people in the industry who say, oh, we're not pushing individuals out. They just are bigots and ists and phobes. Even a normal person would look at these development guidelines and turn around and quit. Even a normal person would think that this is fucking ridiculous. If I was at a job, okay, and I saw a wheel of power and privilege, and I had to give, a little essay on it, I would quit. And I think a lot of people would. So the only ones that are left at these companies are the ones who agree with these seminars, the ones who agree with these initiatives, because I mean, this is just, it really hurts your brain to have to constantly reread this. Why are we telling developers what they can and can't put in their game? Why do they have to follow a framework? What you should be doing is allowing them to create what they feel passionately about, because those games typically make the most money. We've seen a lot of flops this year that have pushed identity politics, again, like Veilguard, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, Flintlock, Dustborn, Concord, and they never turn out well. If you want to make money, you need to let developers create what they feel passionate about, stop giving them frameworks, and stop making them read these wheel of power and privilege, because that does not pay off for you at the end of the day. So I will be keeping my eye on this to see if anybody from Behavior Interactive speaks out about this situation, but they are allegedly forcing their employees to undergo this Wheel of Privilege DEI training program. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.